very best, like no one ever was.
Welcome everybody to the Wrestling Show, emulating live from the epicenter of awesomeness here in Tampa, Florida. Alright, let's just skim over some wrestling. Against all odds, what a predictable show, and it turned out after it was all over, there were no surprises, except for some reason Sting retained the belt. Why doesn't Sting have any standalone feuds? He's just like kind of just wandering around with the Main Event Mafia, just kind of like a tick on a deer or something. He's just there. It's like, if you must have the title, have some standalone feuds, you know. Hopefully this is your last year or so in the business as an active wrestler. So how about you restore some dignity? No good matches at all, really. Everything predictable. Like many other people have said, they need to build up the tag team division. And the X division that used to be a highlight is now like, they're trying to make it equivalent to the cruiserweights in WWE. Be that as they're trying to eliminate it. All they need to do is get a leprechaun in there and win the belt, and then we'll all cry. Let's see, No Way Out's coming out. You know, definitely looks better on paper and in logic, you know, than Against All Odds. Poor TNA. You know what we should do? You know how you go to their website, scroll down, and on their bottom tickler, it's got like, you know, about us, company facts. There's also like jobs and internship. I want you people to click on that and see if somebody can get an internship that lives somewhere or near Orlando, or if you want to go to Orlando, you know, this summer or whatever. I want you guys to get an internship and put, I'm sure they got a suggestion box, you know, in the corporate offices. Just start stuffing in storylines. I mean, heck, they got 10-year-olds writing it now, so pretty much anything we come up with will be better. It's like they purposely do that. I don't know. Okay. So, let's then go to Raw. You know, Randy Orton's still going on about, you know, I don't know, I like this new angle with, you know, Randy Orton. He's taking out the legends of legends. You know, supposedly Vince McMahon created like Hulkamania and all these other legends that Randy Orton's taken out in the past. You know, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, etc. But now he's like taking out the Legend Maker, I guess. So I guess he'll end up becoming the Legend Maker Killer. Jericho and Flair had a nice little promo at the beginning, but I don't see why he got booed. I mean, he did tell the truth. Poor Ric Flair is just coming out there, and every time he comes out there, he buries himself deeper in that hole of shame, you know? Ric Flair just kind of fade off. I'm not saying you can't appear anywhere, but I don't know. I get this feeling you're going to try to come back for maybe not a wrestling match, but you'll call it a street fight and something. But I don't know. So we're still on the road to WrestleMania 25. You know, Chris Jericho versus The Undertaker sounds very good. Chris Jericho versus Ric Flair, not so good. And just don't do Chris Jericho versus Mickey Rourke. If you didn't check out my last video, the winners are, from the charity challenge, Wrestling Savior. And second place tie was Radius 2X and Big Rat 310. Okay, so I'm going to break that tie, and I guess the prize is, I don't know, a cookie or something? Or some Yoo-hoo, not Mr. Pibb, because that's horrible. Okay, the tiebreaker has nothing to do with wrestling. Okay, you guys remember the Nicktoon Doug? Named Doug's next door neighbor. You know, he was kind of crazy. He was always like inventing weird things. So what's the name of his neighbor? I don't think they gave the first name. It's just his last name. So give the name. Radius 2X or Big Rat 310. Or actually anybody, you know, if you want to answer it. So I think wrestling's been pretty, solid. I know we bash TNA a lot. That Matt Morgan Abyss match was awesome. I mean, that was, heck, WWE needs to, start throwing money at, Abyss and Matt Morgan. That would have been WrestleMania quality. But I don't know. And we got the independents. Maybe if we start focusing on the independents, start, our attention and dollars over there, maybe WWE and TNA will follow suit. The problem, I guess, with WWE is the kid focus and John Cena. The only problem I have with John Cena is why can't they call the move and the FU? It's just 2 letters. I mean, because it stands for something. Like, if you're like a 6-year-old, you're really going to grasp the concept. FU, oh, he really means, But the throwback, I mean, come on. And hasn't it already had, like, another name? Wasn't it, like, something, the retro, or... I'm pretty sure it had the FU, and then it turned to something else. And then Michael Cole called it the throwback this last week. Oh, and he also said vintage again. But I think he only said it once, Classic 1333, so that's pretty good. He's like, vintage Undertaker. I only heard him say it once, so that's cool. Crime Time is still jobbing. They're not going to win the tag titles at WrestleMania 25, though that would be cool. Look for John Morrison to be in the Money in the Bank and win it. Here's hoping. And though I don't like the JBL Shawn Michaels thing, I'm glad that hopefully it's coming to a close. And it's very involving, the way he's slapping him. And as a follower, not really a Shawn Michaels mark, but as a follower of Shawn Michaels, not really a whole career. I mean, I've seen some of his AWA stuff. But I remember when he first brought in, like, Diesel, Kevin Nash, and just the fact that it's come full circle and now he's, like, Mr. Responsible Dad and stuff. I don't know, it's just, the way they put it together was pretty cool. So TNA, just start listening to us a little, just a little. Your product will be so much better. You don't have to listen to all our suggestions, but the fact that you ignore all of them, thank you for watching. And hopefully next show I can either have a Q&A or I'm trying to set up a special WrestleMania 25 show. Like a, not really a preview, but some kind of spectacular show, look back, nostalgia thing. Okay, I'll see you guys later, and I'm Daniel Block, and I approve of this episode.